Hey there, it's Randy Pearson with Gordon Marketing. I'm the Vice President of Life and Annuities. And today I've got Paul Bechtold with us, the manager of our hugely successful Your Family Bank program. And today we're going to be talking about that objection that sometimes comes from our clients that, oh, it's life insurance in that YFB sale. So stay tuned. All right, Paul. It's life insurance objection in the Your Family Bank sale. We're going to talk about that today. But before we get started, for those viewers that are watching this video and are not familiar with the Your Family Bank program, can you give them a little synopsis?
Sure, Randy. Well, the Your Family Bank program, as you've alluded to many times, has been our most successful life insurance platform. And what we do is we help agents teach their clients how to eliminate all their debt on average in 9 years or less. And most of the time, their consumer debt in 2 years or less. And we do that by utilizing a dividend-paying whole life insurance contract because of the guarantees inherent within that contract.
All right, very good. So, as a 35-year veteran in the insurance business and having sold lots of life insurance in my career, I can tell you that I've come across that objection once or twice or more than that, where the client goes, oh, it's life insurance you're talking to me about? How do you get by that objection?
Well, the first thing we do is we intrigue the client mostly with the outcome of the Your Family Bank process, okay? So I want to show them that I can take them from 27 years of debt down to 6 years, okay? So getting hooked on the objective of being debt-free and the outcome is what I want to focus on the most. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lead the client through step-by-step in a logical manner by showing them where we found money in their economy to do it and what the overall process is and the thought pattern is behind it. But when I get to the point of where I have to say, in order to accomplish this, we want to use the best tool possible. And that tool is a dividend-paying whole life insurance contract. I say, before you run for the door, here's why we're using life insurance. I don't care anything about the death benefit. So you can only imagine to the novice person who thinks life insurance means I pay premiums, I die, somebody else gets the money. That completely takes away and upends their traditional thinking, right?
Sure. So it sounds like what you're saying is, and the beauty of this sales process is you're addressing the client's why, their objective outside of the actual sale itself, what we're going to do for them, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So in that sales process, when exactly are you going to tell them that it's life insurance? I mean, when does that come up in the dialogue?
Okay. So the first thing we ask the client to do is to share with us a little bit of financial data so we can run a report and show them what it's going to do for them. We then tee up and show them what the results are going to be going from that 27 years to 6 years, as we said. Then I quickly pivot to say, in order to do this, we want to use the best vehicle possible to do this. And the reasons we want to use that, and I quickly go down a list, which are, I need something that has guarantees. I need something with a competitive growth. I need something that's tax-free in nature and takes taxes out of the equation. I need liquidity and use of my money at any age. I don't want to have to wait to be 59 and a half like I would a qualified plan.
Sure.
I want uninterrupted and continuous compounding. And I want my dollar doing two jobs at the same time, which is the very reason and the main reason we have to use life insurance to do it. Is the only vehicle will allow us to do that.
Sure.
I'm able to continue compounding growth in the policy while having the money available in my hand to attack the debt that's working against me.
Well, first of all, it sounds like in Your Family Bank sales process, it's not your typical sales process, right? This is not a product transaction, right? We're providing a lot of extra advantages to working with somebody like you or one of our YFB advisors than they would with somebody who's just simply there to sell a product. But it also sounds to me like if a client does come up with a bunch of objections, as you just kind of rattled off there, we've got a lot of reasons why they need to be A, participating in the YFB program, but B, utilizing that kind of product, a dividend-paying, permanent, cash value life insurance policy versus any other tool.
That's correct. One of the things I like to say when somebody gets hung up on it being life insurance per se, so let me ask you a question. If you were thirsty and I brought you a bottle of water, would you care about the bottle or the water? Right.
Just want the water.
You just want the water. You just want to quench the thirst, right? So similar, I just want to quench their thirst on their debt,
Sure.
right? I want to use the vehicle that's going to be most effective to do that. And I show them other options. I really show them ultimately that there's really 4 ways to get out of debt. And I go down through them and I say, if there's any others that I haven't thought of, please show me what they would be.
Right.
They never come up with that. And then I say, okay, which one makes the most sense?
Sure.
Okay. And I just hook them on the outcome.
So, although this is certainly a different sales process, rather unique, and certainly we've experienced a lot of success and our advisors have experienced a lot of success, but as somebody who has actually been out there and sold through this process, I assume you still have some people who might say no, right? You get some folks who still don't buy?
Well, you always have that risk. I mean, there is no sales process out there I know of in any endeavor that there's not some risk of losing a sale. But the nice part is this, Randy, you can always pivot back to that term life insurance sale if that's all that they want, or if they want to do it some other way. You know, if we're telling them it's bacon or eggs and they say bacon, they get bacon, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We might recommend eggs, but if they want bacon, they get bacon, don't they?
There you go. I think it's important for advisors that have watched this video all the way through to almost the end, that we've got this Your Family Bank program, as we've mentioned, wildly successful. The beauty of it is those advisors who want to work with us within the program get you, right?
That's correct.
And so if you wouldn't mind, just mention for a moment, real quickly, as we're drawing to an end, what you bring to the table in helping them succeed.
Well, the nice thing is, Randy, we've had a lot of advisors come into this program that never sold any life insurance before, particularly no permanent life insurance. And we're able to take them just through the simple fundamental steps of finding the client and getting a little bit of financial information and bringing that to us. And we can educate them along the way and do some case designs for them, put a couple of cases in play for them, get a nice check in their pocket, and whet their appetite. And if it makes sense and it seems like it's a good fit, let's keep moving forward and do more of them.
Yeah, and that's really the beauty, is you are intimately involved in this process. You are a mentor, a coach, a trainer in this system. So if you're interested in participating in the Your Family Bank program, you're not alone. We've got Paul here to help you succeed. And I'm here to tell you, after 30 plus years in the business, very few programs have I ever seen or experienced that help agents sell more life insurance than YFB. So with that, we're going to call this episode of Selling Life and Annuities to an end. Make sure you tune in every Tuesday for brand new episodes, and click subscribe down below so that we can make sure that you get the new content when we kick it out to you. Thank you very much for your time, and we'll see you next week.